Hi, it's Monday night, the 19th of October, and day 293 of my journey to business alignment. And I have to say that everything I'm experiencing in getting my website up and going is all part of the living the dream for sure. After looking at all that I'm doing right now to get ready to launch the website and to do the focus group ad and then to start coaching, I feel the best power statement for tomorrow that I can have says this: I will politely push K4U91, which is my new web guy, to get the 3 problem tasks completed ASAP. As he does, I'll also focus on my master task list and get as many of those tasks done that I can while he's getting his 3 tasks done. Once he's done with them, I'll contact Ontraport and we'll finish getting the site ready and up and live. Woohoo! So here's my to-do list that I had for Monday right there, all highlighted yellow, done. Got them done. My number one most important task for today was to get my tnbd.org email fixed by jumping on a Zoom call with Cody so he could walk through the steps with me. That was the goal this morning. My fun task for today was to update the financial plan that Kath and I discussed on Sunday yesterday and then print it off so we each have it and can stay true to it. My most exciting task for today was to see what progress K4U91 has made on those 3 problem tasks and get him to press forward and get them done as soon as possible without shortchanging anything. Don't want to cut corners, that's for sure. So let me give you an update on what I got done today. First of all, I got a lot more to-dos on this as well that I wrote down. I had to get those done off my master list. First of all, the new web guy has completed the Read More challenge. You know, that was collapsing and not doing that right. That challenge or that issue he got done and it's working perfect now. So check. That's so cool. Next, he's almost done with the search feature on all the header tab bars on the public pages and on the back end pages. That's for private. But it appears to be a bit more difficult than he had anticipated. He said he will be able to get it done by tomorrow, though, or at least that's what he's promising. So we'll see how it's done. Maybe it's going to be until the end of Wednesday. We'll see. In addition, the email problem I've been having to go and get on the horn with Cody about, we had our Zoom call, but Cody said when it was all said and done, we've got it back loaded, but it doesn't have the emails in it. Can't export them in because he said that the host has a problem they're still working on. They've got to fix that before I can upload that saved email database. So we'll see how the next day or two goes. I also finished updating my financial plan Excel sheet like I talked to you about. Now I want to go over my end of the day success routine questions that I do every night. Get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today, or what could you have done better? What can I do better? What did I do well? What am I grateful for? Did I wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Cold blast water, combed my hair, went to the bathroom, made the bed, went down and did my win the morning, win the day routine, read that. Oh, I did. I started my morning with power. I do it every day, and it is now a habit. It feels fantastic. Were you productive throughout your day? Many, many pieces through the portal of my mind to the world of the physical. I just wadded up too. You saw that. Did you get the most important thing done? I did. Did you move your goals forward? Most definitely. And did I show up as the person I wanted to show up and that would serve me and serve Kathleen the best? I did. Were you present? Definitely. Kathleen and I had a wonderful evening for a Monday night. So in summary, I always ask myself, was I honest with myself about today's task? Did I keep my promises that I made to myself this morning? Well, this morning I promised that I would update the financial plan Excel sheet, like I said, and I would get K4U91 to get more done on his 3 tasks. Press. And I promised that I would do more tasks on my master list today. And I did all 3. Check. Bam, done. Way to go, Marty. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them? Well, I always enjoy reviewing my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, where I watch my why movie, and then my vision movie, and then my coaching movie, and then my insights interviews movies, and lastly, my mastermind movie. That's the Facebook Messenger where you have a mastermind, people can talk back and forth. Seeing all those movies in my head is so inspiring. It's so exciting to me, as though it's already happened. That's the key. In addition to these 5 movies, I also watched a pre-play of my website search engine working like I had envisioned it would. My member login button was also working properly, as though the site was already done and had gone live. What's exciting is the fact that all of these things attracted into the portal of my mind and then through taking action on them and doing multiple tasks to bring them about, they were manifested into the world of the physical, and they're done. Oh, it's so great. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What one thing can I do better? What can I do better starting tomorrow? Even if the day went sideways getting it done, I'd still feel successful and that I had accomplished something important. What is that one thing? Once I've decided what that one thing is, I need to then make it my power statement for the day. That way I can start my day strong, I can stay strong, and I can end the day strong, setting up the next day, setting the table for success. That's what I do every night. Well, as I get closer to finishing all these website tasks, I feel the one thing that I can do better each day going forward is to keep prioritizing each day's tasks so that I stay the course and stay focused on taking the website live on those important tasks that'll do that, not all out in the weeds type thing. So, period. That's the one thing I can do better. And so my power statement for tomorrow says, I'll keep pushing K4U91 to get his task done ASAP, and I'll push myself to get my task done ASAP. Once we've both finished our task, I'll then reach out to Ontraport to start the process of getting their membership system integrated in to the site along with the forms and get my email marketing system up and ready to go for all the auto responses, etc. With that said, the next important question I ask myself each night as part of my end of the day success routine is, were there any mistakes or failures made that I can turn into a tool of success going forward? Well, like I said over the weekend, I felt so empowered and ready to start my new week. Here's the start of it, Monday. But because the host still hadn't got my email thing ready to go and K4U91 didn't have his 3 tasks all done yet, I was left to focus on my task right now and then focus on that and not on that which I can't control. I think that point, recognizing what you can control and focus on that, that's important, and not get caught up in problems you can't control and lose energy doing them and give the power over to them. Keep the power and do the things you can control. I am so glad that I didn't do that. I didn't give up the control to these things I can't control. I stayed focused on what I could do myself today, and that's what I did. So there wasn't any mistakes, nor did I have a failure, but I do think that I'm going to change my host for my emails and websites. I just don't feel comfortable and confident in them anymore. The last 2 or 3 months have kind of been wobbly. I can't have that as I launch my coaching business. The next question is, what's the biggest success that I had today, Marty? In other words, what did you do well today? Well, I feel that the biggest success that I had today was that I focused on, and therefore I finished, the financial plan Excel report for Kathleen and I so that we could discuss it and commit to it, and then I printed it off so that we have it and we can stay on it. I'll just say this, that it sets the table for a strong fourth quarter, the last 3 months of this year, so we can manage our finances and end the year strong. The next step in my end of the day success routine, which by the way has truly helped me accomplish a ton of things this year on my dreams, bringing them through the port of my mind to the world of the physical, and they're there. That step is to rate my day's effort. And so, as I reflected on today, I decided to give myself my day's effort a 9. I gave today a 9 because I not only worked at the speed of 9 all day today, I also kept my promises that I made this morning. As a result, I got several pieces of my dream through the portal of my mind, and they were manifesting in the world of the physical, and I checked them off, and I watered them just now, and they're done. Man, that feels great. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says, once we understand how our beliefs are formed, we can now do what's needed to change them as well. Oh, it's important to make note that we can develop beliefs about anything and everything, can't we? If we just find enough legs, enough references, experiences to support that belief's tabletop, right? Think about it. Isn't it true that you've had enough experiences in your lifetime and you know enough other people who have gone through tough times, for example, with other human beings, that if you really wanted to, you could easily develop the belief that people are rotten and given half a chance would take advantage of you, right? Well, we could also do the other side, because there's plenty to support that people, generally speaking, you treat them right, are good people. So which one's true? Well, the fact is there is always enough evidence on both sides of the ledger of good and bad, or what you and I believe is good and bad, right? Maybe you don't want to believe this, but don't you have experiences that could back this idea up, that people are bad in general, and it could make you feel certain about it if you wanted to make it mean what that means? Yes, we could decide that. These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for. The law of truth, which says truth is knowledge of things as they are, as they were, and as they are to come. That's how it works. The challenge is, which one of the beliefs I just mentioned is the true belief? The answer is that it doesn't matter which one is true. What matters is which one is most empowering to you and me. All of us can find something to back up our beliefs and make us feel more solid and certain about them. They're called getting allies. And this is how we're all able to rationalize anything and everything that we want to believe or what we want to make something to be. The key to this principle of belief and what is true is to ask ourselves again, is this belief strengthening or weakening to us? Does it empower or disempower us on a daily basis? That's the key. Once you've listed down all the references that say to you that there is intelligent design, for example, in the universe, these legs make you feel solid, certain about that idea. Or if you gather up all the information that says it's not, it was an explosion from a fleck and everything came even down to the cells of an eye over millions of years to figure that out, we can make that believe as well. It's interesting. The number of references and emotions we attach to them because they were painful and pleasurable, depending on what we chose to make them matter, that determines our beliefs. I'm grateful for me, Coach B, who said this, regardless of where our references come from, human beings can accept them as real and thus no longer question them. We can talk ourselves into anything. We have the ability to use imagined references to propel us in the direction of our dreams, for example. The fact is, people can succeed if they imagine something vividly enough, just as easily as if they have the actual experience. This is because our brains as human beings can't tell the difference between something we vividly imagine and something we've actually experienced. With enough emotional intensity and repetition, our nervous systems are mapping our way of thinking experiences. It's experienced as though it's real, even if it hadn't even occurred. This is at the very heart of my podcast that I called Going to the Movies. Oh man, it's time once again to close. I could talk on this all night long and not get to sleep because it's such a powerful principle. Going to the movies, imagining what your life is that you want it to be and having the goals in that vision and your why, driving it as though it's already here over and over again, so you get that attachment to that pleasure thought and it becomes real and it becomes actual, and then you take action on it, it will happen. That's why it's possible. Anything you believe is possible and act on it day after day after day with emotion is possible. Anyhow, until we meet again tomorrow night right back here at my laptop, I wish you happiness and success. Good night.